The tables are turning. That's the best way I can say this right now. Look at this competitive breakdown of some supercars versus the new ZR1. Now, this initially happened with all the SRTs. You guys remember that? American manufacturers are putting down so much power for a quarter to half the price of these supercars. This was the same conversation with the SRTs and sports cars. Now, just looking at these two right here, look at the Porsche versus the ZR1. Like, look at this price difference. You can literally buy a ZR1 and like an M3 for the price of this. And on a side note, were you guys alive? Do you guys remember when Porsches were actually affordable? I'm not talking about the GT3 RS, nothing like that. Not any track weapons, but just any of the Porsche models. They were so much cheaper. They used to be the affordable alternative. Now they're just in line with all these. Without getting overly technical, like looking at the SF90, $528,000 versus $173,000. There is not a conversation where this makes more sense than this. The only time you can say where any of these three cars make more sense than buying a Corvette is simply the nameplate. Simply, you just want the clout. You want to have that badge, just say Ferrari, McLaren, Lamborghini. Outside of that, this is a better car up and down. Outside of BMW right now, Chevy's the only brand that's actually making competitive, affordable sports cars for everybody. It was reminiscent of the 2000s. You're like, oh, well, it's still $173,000. I'm not just talking about this. I'm talking about a Stingray you can buy for like the $60,000, $70,000 range. That is very attainable and still gives you crazy speed. And essentially any of the M lineup with BMW. So you get the point. I'm just happy to see Chevy putting some pressure on all these other supercar brands. What are your thoughts on this?